Hello my Fumble family, and welcome back to the Kaden Fumblebottom YouTube channel. My name is Kaden, and what's this? This on my head? Well, this is just my UGC concept for a wonderful hat named Mr. Squidward who sits on your head. Wonderful name for a wonderful hat, if I do say so myself. In fact, why don't I go over to the group Retexture Apprentices owned by admin Terabyte and pitch it to them, because that's how you get hats published, right? Let's see, let's head over there. There we go, and click. Retexture Apprentices. Here I am. I'm a journeyman. That's a high rank in this group. I can promote. I can demote. Seems good, right? Wait a second. Terabyte, April 1st, 2020. She says, "Hello, everyone. I am sorry to say that with the release of the UGC, the future of the group is uncertain. We will be taking a hiatus until we figure that out. Feel free to join Terabyte's fan club to get updates / advice on improvising your texturing skills." Oh God, why? This isn't how you publish Roblox hats anymore. Okay, but in all seriousness, there is a group called Retexturing Apprentices. Back in the day, this is how you got your hats published from this group. I've been in this since, I don't even know, 2012 or something like that. A long time ago, I was really into retexturing hats back in the day. In fact, some of the people in this group actually had hats published of their own. For example, I don't know what the dude's name was, but the guy who made Sinister Fedora was a part of this group. I remember that specifically. Anyway, this group would host contests, and some of those hats in those contests ended up getting published. Some retextures that just got brought to this the group's attention ended up getting published as well. There was also another group that was like a step up from this one, where more people's hats got published. But since the UGC has come out, this group is kind of rendered useless. Not blaming that on the UGC at all. I love the UGC creators. They're amazing. This has been rendered useless for years now. Let's not lie, Terabyte. Nobody's touched this group in years because we are not allowed to use the shout unless you are the second to highest rank, which only 2 people are, and they don't really play other than the person who's currently customizing the game right now. Anyways, that being said, I have a ton of retexture hats of my own, and when I say a ton, I really do mean
a butt ton.
Because I have a whole bunch of them in my inventory. I spent years working on retextures just for fun. I never really thought I would get a hat published, but of course it was a dream of mine. Nowadays I don't have to dream about that, because thanks to Polar Cubs, we have a hat published, and it's the RMH mask. It's a very nice one, if I do say so myself. So anyways, I'm going to be going through my old retextures today and show you my UGC concepts, even though at the time they were nothing like UGC concepts. Actually, none of them are models that I've made myself. They're all just retextures, because at the time Roblox had banned the concept of making your own models. That was a thing back in the day. They took it away, and then they brought it back with the UGC and perfected it. So let's go through my old retextures and see if I had what it took to be a UGC creator. Spoiler alert, I don't. Okay, and here we are inside my retexture game. There's quite a bit of retextures here, as you can see, but this is not nearly as many as I made. I think these were just the ones that I really particularly were fond of at the time. Was fond of something in English correctly said. And those hats are these right here in the display cases. So let me go around and show you some of the hats I made back in the day. Keep in mind, I was maybe like 13, 14 at the oldest when I made these hats. None of them are very good. None of them succeeded all that well, except for maybe a few of them got like 100,000 sales or something like that. But none of them were very big, especially compared to nowadays models and retextures that people are making. So this one right here was my Christmas submission. I remember making this forever ago. It's so nostalgic to look at these too. This was my Christmas submission. I think I made that when I was like 12 maybe, I think. I don't know, but I say that's a pretty decent texture. Honestly, all I did was change the colors on what the original hat was, so A for effort, but F if we're being honest. Here is inspired by the Sinister Fedora, yet another A for effort, F if we're being honest, because it's literally just like a lower quality version of what the Sinister Fedora is. If you don't know what that is, let me show you real fast. This right here is the Roblox Sinister Fedora, and this is my attempt at recreating something along the lines of that. I didn't really do good. Let's stop looking at that embarrassing mess. Next to it, we have yet again another embarrassing mess that was kind of inspired by that as well. I don't even know what you're gonna call this. I just kind of gave it eyes. I don't know, man. Here we have another weird fedora, but honestly, this one's kind of cool. It has flames coming up on it, so this is when I started to learn how to use Photoshop a little bit better than I was. Which, you know, I mean, for a little kid, it was alright. I was alright at it, I guess. Here I have, I don't even know what I was going for with this. It was a skull, and I gave it some, like, different colors. I think a metallic texture. Maybe it's supposed to be like a hidden skull in like a temple or something. Here we have a top hat. This was a desert top hat, I think it was called. It doesn't, oh yeah, my avatar looks a little strange right now. I just tried on my best hats. That's why it looks like this, okay? Yeah, so I don't really know what this is all about. It's not a very beautiful looking top hat. Before I show you all my best hats though, let's step onto this teleport here and see where it takes us. Look how many hats there are. There's so many. Look at how many hats I made. I made so many back in the day. And there is quite a bit of nostalgia here. It's just pouring out into my face right now. It's very nice, actually. Right here, this was made by a friend back in the day. It looks like it kind of broke. It used to wave. It used to be a model of me waving. This here right here is Shadow David. Me and my buddy Rocket91, we used to have these like robots that we played with in games. He had one named Bruce, and I had David. And watch this. Shadow David, follow Joker Kid 5898, and bam! Oh god! No! They broke. They still kind of work. Me and my buddy Rock, we would make ours go to war with each other by commanding them. It was very fun times. They are sporting hoods that I made. Each and every one of them has a different textured hood that I made. Maybe I should have showed you guys those before I made them all walk into a pile of each other. Not gonna squeeze that yet because it'll make me explode. And then here I have a noob stick. I might have made this. It's literally like a noob's head being impaled by a very dull stick that really doesn't add up to being impaled through a head. But you know what? I made it anyway. Over here we have some retextures. This is my attempt at retexturing packages. Oh god, the face. I always forget the faces here. This is what my face looks like whenever I see the Roblox default face in my games now because of the video I made called, this is the most disgusting face Roblox has ever made or something. I don't remember the name. But here's my attempt at making an overseer package. I think all these are pretty garbage. This one's okay, I guess. It is kind of cool. And I guess this guy was pretty cool too, though. He really just looks like some nachos or something. Here we are, respawn. Now we can actually try some of these hats on for you guys. This one I actually thought was pretty good. This was called like New Vegas or something like that. It was inspired by Fallout. I basically just made it look all post-apocalyptic American or something like that. This was my first attempt at a Dominus. It's the Dominus Nubinus. A lot of people have recreated this concept. I don't know if I was the first one. I probably was not, because I probably made this in 2011, 2012 or something like that. But it is a pretty decent texture, if I do say so myself, for my first one. Next to it, I have the Ender Dominus, which is my attempt at making an Enderman from Minecraft into a Dominus, so that's pretty interesting. I'd say that worked out pretty well compared to the other Nubis right there. And next to it, I have my most famous hat of all time, which happens to be the Dominus Ravenous. Not intentionally named after my girlfriend, though I'll say it's pretty good. My girlfriend's also good. Really good. A lot better than this thing. And let me try it on, and let me show you guys what it looks like. So, it's maybe the edgiest hat I have as well. I just kind of like scribble all over it, and I added some like Pokeball looking textures to the back of it, and then I slapped this like PNG of a smiley face. I probably just found it on Google, so not very talented, but you know, it looks pretty okay at the most. Basically, anything bombastic was like a possible hat that you could get published back in the day. That's the bombastic texture right there, that lava texture. There was a bunch of hats that had that name, that had that texture applied to them.
They're pretty cool.
Here we have goggles, so you can look through these. Oh god, looks so dumb. But here you have goggles. So I made a bunch of different kinds of these goggles. These ones have the moon in them. I don't know why. You have moons for eyes. I don't know what I was thinking with that. This one has gears. That was my attempt at a steampunk one. And this one has the yin and yang symbols in there, because you know, I don't know. And then here's a hat. It's actually a pretty decent texture. It just has my name on it, but I don't know why I made it sideways. Now that I look at that, it really bothers me and I hate it and I want it to die. But unfortunately, you can't kill hats. Here are antlers that, well, I don't even think if I saw a deer wearing these, I would run full force in the other direction, because that is not a deer. That is a demon. These are my earliest. In fact, I think this one right here is my first retexture of all time. This little beanie here that also just looks like... Oh god, I knocked it off the cliff! Let's going down to hell where it belongs now. Anyway, that was my first retexture of all time. Actually, I think it's on my head a little bit now too. And those were basically just the same thing, and I just slapped it on there. It's not that I took the actual texture of hats to make those. I just slapped things on them, and I was like, that's retexturing. Nowadays, I wouldn't exactly call it a retexture. Over here, we have my collection of top hats. None of these are all that great, though I will say this one was like my dream to get published. For some reason in my head, I said, if I ever get a hat published, it's gonna be this red one right here with the stripe around it. Nowadays, I think people would get mad at me and they would be like, that's just a retextured top hat, you silly little dingus. Stop being a little smelly little fart, you little fart butt.
And then I would cry.
These are from Hollywood Undead. If you don't know who they are a very edgy band from back in the day. They might still be around, I don't know, but I was a very emo scene kid, and I have no shame in that. But yeah, I made these hats to commemorate that band that I very much liked back in the day. And as you can see, they don't exactly work. You can just kind of kick them around and shame. And here you have some cool sword packs, although they don't work, and there's like definitely glitches throughout the texture. They look like trash. These, I don't even, what was I thinking? That's just weird, man. They're just glasses with like demon sand eyeballs or something. I don't know. Didn't work out very well. And here we have a little flash forward to my current self. I made some eyeballs, but in reality, I think I just took the texture of another eyeball that was already published and then I colored it differently. I remember this one was called the Desert Cataract from back in the day. Very nostalgic hat, definitely. Oh, can I try on a package? Nope, it doesn't work. Oh, it does work. Oh my god, look at me. Oh no. I'm too gorgeous. I'm too gorgeous to look at. My eyes, they might go blind. Oh my god. There was a bunch of Davids over there, wasn't there? And I just made them all go glitchy when I said that command earlier. Oops. We have this Muppet that I cut the head off of, and I guess I took his leg too. He's kind of just floating above the ground, so you can guess he's kind of just like transcending into the underworld. How did I get this on my head? I don't remember touching this, but I regret making it in general. This is disgusting. It's like a realistic eye. I put like eyelids on it, and I really wish I didn't, honestly. Now that I'm looking at it, I really wish I did not make that. It's disgusting. And here we have a golden GIF that's literally just a GIF with a gold texture on it. It's called the Eye of the Peacock. I don't remember where I got that eye texture from, but I know it's not my own eyeball. I guess this is an attempt at like some like ice cyclops or something. Once again,
trash.
Bam, hats removed, beautiful face applied. So that's actually not too bad. That's pretty cool. Nowadays, if somebody made that, I would wear it. I would definitely wear it. This one's pretty cute, actually. This is a little overseer item. Overseer items were popular on Roblox for a little bit back in the day. I guess I just kind of took a monster beanie and I changed it up. Probably not much, but I think it's pretty cute. Here we have the, what was this? The Kung Fu Tiger, I believe. There was a admin back in the day on Roblox who probably doesn't even work for Roblox anymore, named Kung Fu Tiger. And I used to follow them around into games. Nobody knew who they were because they were very new to the website, but I just wanted to watch them work because for some reason as a kid I found it fascinating to see someone who worked at Roblox. I kept them company while they tested physics out and stuff like that, and they were really nice to me. So I made them this hat, and I made them this mask, and they were kind about those two, even though they look like booty. Here's my attempt at trying to get an egg published in the 2013 egg hunt or something like that. I got the ninja egg, I got the alien egg, I got the... Dear God, what is this? What is this? Oh, this has to be called like the sloppy dragon diarrhea turd egg or something like that. Oh my God, what are these glasses? Golden Gamer Vision, I believe they were called, and wow, they are disgusting. Here I have my holiday items, some Christmas goggles. They're still pretty cute, actually. I kind of like these. They look really good with my face, if I do say so myself. Over here, oh yeah, I was a brony back in the day. You guys might not know. Oh God, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. Oh, no, I'm good. Okay, yeah, I was a brony back in the day, so I made some My Little Pony items, funny enough. There's Rainbow Dash, there's a pinata or something like that. Over here, we have Ash Ketchum. There's a Pokemon texture. It's so bad. It's like a nightmare fuel. This is actually like a creepypasta right here. I got Ash Ketchum as a trophy holding a Pokeball award of his very own, and that didn't work out very well, but, you know, at least I tried. At least I tried. Oh! You can actually get in here. Wait, oh my God, really? You have to get a Game Pass, Kaden? You have to get a Game Pass to go in here and get some sodas? That's all it offers you? I'm a cheap man. Back in 2012, I'm a cheap man. Oh, hey, look, it's a badge from my 2012 Halloween maze I made. Nostalgia. And which one should we try on? We got golden teeth, money eyes, golden teeth, money eyes. I don't really know what to say about that one. This kind of just looks like my roommate, to be honest. I'll try this one on. Let's see what it looks. So weird, man. Why would I make a texture that included skin and hair? Why? I guess I technically just slapped this on like eggs and called it a retextured egg, as you can see over here, and they worked out somewhat well. I think this blue-haired one is supposed to be me because I had blue hair when I was younger. The green hair one's probably just like same exact thing with a little green. We got some spooky ones, a mummy, a top-notch mummy, a vampire, a zombie, if you can even call that a zombie, and I don't even know what that's supposed to be, but I don't want to see it anymore. Here we got like a little Irish, little St. Patrick's Day hat, I think it was supposed to be. I don't know, man, just go with it. Oh, it's the RMH mask! Yeah, this is a texture I made a long time ago that evolved into a real hat. Yay, it's happened! A real hat came out of this thing right here. This is the original RMH logo, the original RMH mask that I made just for Myth Hunters back in the day. Technically, it wasn't the original logo, actually. There was two before it, but they were very bad. Hey, that's a cool look. I should get that for my eyeball. I got a VIP access area that gives you a little scary zombie face and some stuff that doesn't matter. Let's go look at the cool hats now. Oh, but before we do, Shadow Davids, you gotta go boom boom. Pow. Oh my god, I just blew up like half the map. Oops. Half the map died, and now we are respawned in the area where the better looking textures are. Here, I didn't make that, did I? Did I make that? I don't think I made that. I don't know why it's in the case. I don't think I made it. Here I have some of the ones I've already showed you guys. And this is a spooky Halloween item. I believe I actually entered this into a contest. Some of these are contest winners. I know that is shocking to hear. This guy right here won a contest, a Halloween contest, and I don't think I really won an award. I got a promotion for it in the group for that. And over here are some other attempts for Dominus's I made as well. So there was quite a few different versions of the Dominus Ravenous I made, as you could see. And then I finished off with making this Nuclear Dominus, which I think is still the best one I've made. It's got like some acid texture sides. It's got a cool nuclear texture and a nice fade on top. All in all, possibly my best hat of all time. Now, I'm done showing you all my awesome textures. Let's go back and see which one of these has sold the most. Dirty hair for dirty people. What? Did I make this? Dirty hair for dirty people? I guess so. It doesn't look very good though. August 20th, 2012. Why did I upload this? This was last year. Oh, it was for a Roblox ad story. Dominus Ravenous still seems to sell a lot. We got the demonic Easter platter as well, which is the RMH hat. Let's see if there's some of the comments that were on this hat back in the day. This is terrible. OMG. Hey, what's up? Vote here. For God's sake, this needs to be public. Nice! Alright, some people actually wanted this, but like some people also really hated it apparently. Maybe that's why I privated the comments. I had this Deadpool mask that looks a lot like Deadpool. And here we have the RMH mask, which still gets comments on it, sorta. I mean, September, that's like actually exactly a month from the day I'm recording this video. Not bad. And now I show you two actually good textures that I made. These were part of the contest as well back in the day for the Retexture Apprentice contest. After I show you these, I will be ending this video and going to cry myself to sleep knowing that I will never be a UGC creator as I always wanted to be as a kid. Here's my vintage photogenic photo strip sombrero. You may recognize this hat as I have put it in quite a few games. I've given it to people to put in their games as well because I just like how it looks. I think it's a very aesthetically pleasing hat and it makes me happy to look at it. There's a little dancing noob in all these photos and each one he's doing a little different dance move and I think that's cool. And last but certainly not least, we have the Zombie Punk Love Top Hat, which is a zombie falling in love with you inside of a steampunk top hat. I think this might have been my best one. This is actually one of the last ones I ever made, and it was made in 2014. So since then, I've kind of given up on the dream of making hats. But you know what? That doesn't matter to me. There are a bunch of really great creators on Roblox making amazing hats, and I'm very, very glad that they made it. Anyways, my Fumble family, if you want to see me do more videos like this where I dig into my past on Roblox, I show you guys a little piece of history, just let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked this video. So if you haven't already, turn that notification bell on to get my notifications. And I'll see you next time. Oh, did that hurt? I'm sorry if that hurt. Just kidding. I wanted it to hurt.